Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Old Turtle channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about two things. The first is, well, this shirt I'm wearing, SSS, Stop Soldier Suicide. Stop Soldier Suicide is an amazing organization. They raise funds to help, one, bring awareness to soldier suicide, and two, to help support returning soldiers, help them with medical care, help them with psychological care. And I am participating this month, the month of July, in their 250-mile bike ride challenge. I'm adding a link below to the fundraiser page if you want to help by donating. Every penny of it goes to them. I don't see a penny of it. It's just their page with my name on it, so everything goes to them. Returning soldiers are 50% more likely to commit suicide than any other demographic group. Despite that, you still hear stories of soldiers not being able to get the medical help they need, the psychological help they need, being turned away because, well, the military is completely screwed up the way they handle things and the way soldiers are treated both when they're serving and when they're done serving. I have several theories. It's not just my theory. Several people, prominent people, have postulated this theory, and I agree with it. The reason from Vietnam forward, you see a lot more of this than you saw Korean War, World War II, World War I, the interchangeable parts theory. During World War I and World War II, people from the same area of the country, same hometowns and neighboring towns, they would join up or get drafted. They would go do their basic training together. They would go overseas. They would fight together. They would serve together. Sometimes they would die together. Others would survive together, and they would come home together. Starting in Vietnam, soldiers were treated more like interchangeable parts, just like the parts on the M16. One breaks, another one in. They're manufactured all over the place. All the parts are manufactured all over the place, and then they're brought together. So when a soldier went to basic training, he went alone. He met all the people he was training with for the first time. Then when he went over to Vietnam, he didn't necessarily go with the people he was training with, the people he had already built some kind of a kinship with. So he went over there alone. And while, you know, they do make friendships over there, when they come home alone, because their best friend over there may be from New York and they may be from Texas or California, so they come home alone. So Korean War and before, they had like this built-in support system. They came home together. You know, I know vets that served together. They've spent their entire lives best friends. They were best friends before they went. They were best friends when they're fighting. They came home, they stayed best friends. They never left their hometown, or they never moved from their hometown. But soldiers don't have that anymore. They're basically treated like interchangeable parts. Yeah, that was a long diatribe, but that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of soldiers are having such a hard time. Another reason is because it just seems like our government doesn't care. They got what they wanted out of them. They sent them home, and they're not living up to their responsibility to help them. The other part of my vlog, in order to achieve this 250-mile goal, I'm doing another bike packing trip. I am going to do the CNO and Gap Trail. I'm going from Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C. If I was to go in a straight line or just stay on the trail, it'd be around 350 miles. But, you know, detours for food, detours for sleeping, campsites, the occasional hotel, getting from the airport to the trail, getting from the trail to DC because I want to, you know, check out the mall and all the monuments and all the museums. I've been there before. I love DC. So, you know, it should be a little over 400 miles altogether. But I want to show you what I'm taking with me. But first off, let's start with my tent. This is the Nature Height Cloud Up 2 tent, the same tent I've always used. Here's the tent. This is the mat that goes under the tent. And these are my tent posts and spikes. I normally keep them all rolled up together, but I'm not sure if I'm going to take the tent as a carry-on or if I'm going to check it in. Either way, tent posts and tent spikes, they cannot be carried on. I get the tent spikes, but you know, the tent posts, what are you going to do with a 12-inch piece of aluminum that isn't strong enough to do much of anything? Over there I've got my wash bag. It's a 10-gallon dry bag that I use to wash my clothes. Here's my sleeping bag. It's a down sleeping bag, very collapsible. I've got towels and rags. Somewhere in here I've got camp soap. I don't know where I put it. I got a trash bag. This bag is for this mat, but I usually just wrap this mat up with the tent unless it's like super dirty or wet, so I carry this with me. This is the mattress that I've always taken with me. It's a full-size 4-inch thick airbed, and this is the down pillow that I always take with me. I'm not taking these this time, either one of them. I'm getting rid of those because one, this thing is heavy. This is heavier than my tent and several other pieces of equipment put together. Plus, together they just take up a lot of space. Now, I am taking that airbed. That is a, I don't remember exactly the width of it, but it's not as big as a twin, but it's still 4 inches thick, and if you see, it's considerably smaller than just this air mattress. This one has a built-in pillow, so I'm saving a lot of weight, a ton of weight. Well, not a ton, that's hyperbole, but I'm saving a lot of weight, and by getting rid of both of these, I mean, that's the size of my pillow right there. So, you know, I'm getting rid of this full amount of size in my bag. So as far as what I'm going to be wearing, I've got my cycle shoes. I've got 4 pair of underwear, one of which I'll be wearing on the plane ride there. 4 pairs of socks. 2 pairs of lightweight, quick-dry, Dry-X shorts. 1 pair of lightweight, quick-drying leggings for UV protection. 2 lightweight, long-sleeve, moisture-wicking shirts that are supposed to keep you cool when it's hot out and keep you from burning. Plus this shirt that I'm wearing, the OSS shirt, which is the same or a very similar material. It's moisture wicking. It's very comfortable. It's not long sleeve, which I'm sure there's going to be days where I don't want long sleeves. So I've got my canopy. I've got a spare battery for my headlight, tubes, a bike pump. The reason I'm taking a bike pump, I normally take CO2. When I have tires on my bike, when I have inflatable tires on my bike, I normally take CO2, but you cannot take CO2 cartridges on an airplane, either checked in or carry-on. My iPad for entertainment, my wallet, this little tripod, which attaches to the camera that I'm holding right now, and I'll show you that in a minute. My cell phone, some spare battery chargers, my drone, that is a Mavic Air 2, and my Osmo Pocket, not as my primary camera, but as a backup camera in case the Osmo Action has some problems. Of course, I'm taking my Trike. I've got my little handlebar cockpit bag there. I've got my headlight here. It's really bright. Multi-functions. I've taken off the Tannis solid tires for this trip, and I am going with these Schwabel marathon tires. Set through here without walking on my clothes. Of course, I'm taking my sun hat, my bucket hat with my logo on it. I'm taking a cane, tools in this bag. I've got these 2 bags that I got from IKEA that I've taken on every trip. I'm debating whether I'm going to take my raincoat. I'm not 100% sure. I may just leave it here. It does take up a lot of space. But the reason I took the Tannis solid tires off of this bike is because I also took the motor off. So now I'm doing this trip without a motor. I do have an extra large gear here that I installed to help me with hills. And of course I've got my great little old turtle flag. And here's the camera setup I'm using. I'm using the Osmo Action. I've got this microphone set up on there. I've got this light on there. And this handle is also a battery. This battery will keep my Action charged. It will also keep the light charged. They both use USB-C to charge, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, the handle's new. It's another backup battery, kind of like these guys. So that's everything I'm taking. I'm going to be vlogging this trip. I'll do probably one vlog per day. I will do a review for the new air mattress while I'm camping with it. I hope you subscribe and I hope you follow this trip. I've done a couple of other trips. I did the Erie Canal Trail, which came out to just over 400 miles altogether. Another long trip I did was a round trip down the Jersey Shore to Cape May and back, and that came out to around 400. In fact, that trip I did my first century, and that's the longest I've ever ridden in one day, although technically it bled over into 2 days because I finished it up around 6 a.m. because I couldn't get a hotel that night. Below there is a link to my Stop Soldier Suicide page where you can donate if you want. If you can't donate, but a lot of you I know are cyclists, you can always sign up and do this challenge yourself. It's 250 miles. For many of you, that's like a weekend. You'll get this page where you can have your friends and family donate to this great cause. You'll get this really cool shirt. It's a great comfortable riding shirt too. I mean, it's moisture wicking, it's lightweight. I hope you'll consider either donating or joining the challenge. It is a great thing with a lot of great people. There's a group set up for it for all the riders, and people ranging from just almost Tour de France League riders to people who haven't ridden a bike in 40 years. Yeah, that's it for today. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Find the link below to donate, and also you'll find a link below to Stop Soldier Suicide, their website and their Facebook group. Anyway, have a great day, and again, like, follow, share, subscribe, and comment, and click that little bell icon so you'll know when my videos pop up. Have a great day. Bye.
It starts with an itch and a tingle, and then it builds and expands. And suddenly, all at once, my legs won't let me stand. I scratch till my fingers go numb.